Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online teaching academy, Ekaleva. Class 8 CBSE Science, topic chemical properties of metals and non-metals, reaction of metals with oxygen. We are going to discuss about magnesium now. Okay, magnesium burns in air. Okay, that is, it combines with oxygen to give dazzling white flame and forms magnesium oxide, which is a white powder. Okay, so magnesium combines with oxygen to give magnesium oxide. Okay, Mg is magnesium and O2 is oxygen. So, magnesium combines with oxygen, or it burns with oxygen, and it gives dazzling white flame, okay, of a white powder, that is magnesium oxide. MgO is magnesium oxide. So, that magnesium oxide combines with water or dissolves in water, and it forms magnesium hydroxide, okay, which is a base, and it changes red litmus blue. Now, we will see for this reaction. Okay, how Mg plus O2 gives MgO, children, and why not it is MgO2? I told you, right? I told you how to write the chemical formula, children. You have to remember 3 steps, right? First step is you have to write the elements. What are the elements present in MgO? It is Mg and O, right? So, Mg and O. This is the first step. And what is the second step, children? You need to write the valency of these elements, right? So, magnesium valency is 2 and O valency is also 2. So, 2 and 2 cancel. So, the formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. Now, we will check whether the reaction is, the equation is balanced or not. Okay? So, first what we need to write, children? Element. And reactant side, product side. Number of atoms in the reactant side, product side. So, what are the elements present in the reactant side, children? It is Mg and O. Okay? So, how many atoms are present in the reactant side, that is magnesium atom present in the reactant side, children? It is only 1 Mg. And product side also it is only 1. What about oxygen? In the reactant side it is 2. In the product side it is only 1. Whether the equation is balanced? No, because Mg, both reactant as well as product side, it is only 1, whereas oxygen O, in the reactant side it is 2, whereas in the product side it is only 1. So, what we need to do, children? We need to multiply oxygen, that is in the product side. Okay? So, this here we need to multiply by 2 in the product side. So, we will draw the box here. Now, what we need to do, children? We need to write 2 outside the box, and you are not supposed to change anything inside the box. Okay, that is why I am telling you to draw the box. Okay, so now we will see. So, here it is only 1, whereas here it is 2, I told you, right. So, see, this 2 is common for both magnesium as well as oxygen. So, how many magnesium do we have, children? 2 magnesium. Oxygen also 2, because we have multiplied by 2. So, that 2 is common for both magnesium as well as for oxygen. So, it has become 2. Now, you see in the reactant side, magnesium, how many magnesium do we have, children? Only 1 magnesium, whereas in the product side we have 2 magnesium. So, what we need to do? We have to multiply magnesium by 2. So, you have to put 2 here. Now, this one will become 2. Now you just check, in the reactant side also it is 2 magnesium atom, whereas in the product side also it is 2. Similarly, oxygen, in the reactant side also it is 2 and in the product side also it is 2. So everything is 2, the reaction is balanced. I mean the equation is balanced. Now magnesium oxide, that is MgO, combines with water, that is H2O, to give magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. So MgO is magnesium oxide. And H2O is water. MgOH twice is magnesium hydroxide. Now let us see how it is MgOH twice. So for writing the chemical formula, you need to remember 3 steps, right? First step is you need to write the elements, that is Mg, and this OH is hydroxide, which is a polyatomic ion. So Mg and OH. Now what is the valency of magnesium, that is Mg, children? It is 2. What about hydroxide? It is 1. So the second step is to write the valency, and third step is cross multiply. So the formula of magnesium hydroxide is MgOH twice. Since it is a polyatomic ion, it has to be enclosed within the bracket, that is OH is enclosed within the bracket. So magnesium hydroxide is MgOH twice. Now we will check whether the equation is balanced or not. So for that, what we need to do, children? We write the element, number of atoms in the reactant side and number of atoms in the product side. So element, we have Mg, oxygen and hydrogen. Similarly, in the product side also we have Mg, oxygen and hydrogen. In the reactant side, we will check how many magnesium is present. So in the reactant side, we have only 1 magnesium. What about oxygen, children? Here 1 oxygen and here another oxygen in water. So 1 plus 1 is 2 oxygen in the reactant side. And what about hydrogen? 2 hydrogen in the reactant side. Now we will check in the product side. In the product side, we have 1 magnesium, and this 2 is common for both oxygen as well as for hydrogen. So we have 2 oxygen and 2 hydrogen. So now we will just check whether the equation is balanced or not. So Mg, in the reactant side it is 1 and in the product side also it is 1. And oxygen in the reactant side it is 2, whereas in the product side also it is 2. And hydrogen in the reactant side also it is 2 and in the product side also it is, in the reactant side it is 2 and in the product side also it is 2. So the equation is balanced. Let us see the burning of magnesium ribbon. The materials needed are tongs, glass rod, magnesium ribbon, red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, watch glass and a beaker containing water. Now we are going to burn the magnesium ribbon. Magnesium is available in the form of ribbon. So magnesium combines with oxygen. gives dazzling white flame. So this is the dazzling white flame. So magnesium is Mg and it combines with oxygen to give dazzling white flame and a white powder. So this is the dazzling white flame of white powder, and this powder is nothing but magnesium oxide. So this powder is magnesium oxide, which is white in color. Now, and this magnesium oxide is basic in nature, MgO. So magnesium combines with oxygen and it forms magnesium oxide, which is basic in nature. Now I am going to mix it in water. So when magnesium oxide combines with water or dissolves in water to form magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium oxide is MgO and water is H2O. It will not completely dissolve, but it dissolves anyhow and it forms magnesium hydroxide. So we will check magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature or not. Now how to check whether the solution is acidic or basic, children? By using the litmus paper, blue litmus and red litmus. Now if the red litmus paper turns into blue, then it is base. So it is changing into blue color, right? So magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature, whereas if you check it with blue litmus paper, it remains blue. It remains blue in color. So we can say that magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing the activity, children. Next we are going to discuss for copper. Copper metal reacts with oxygen to form copper oxide. So you know that in the reactivity series of metals we have discussed that copper comes under the least reactive metals, right. So copper will be combining with oxygen, that is we have to heat strongly in air, okay, only then it gives copper oxide. So copper combines with oxygen and forms copper oxide. So Cu is copper and O2 is oxygen. So it cannot react so easily like other metals like sodium, potassium, okay, whereas copper is the least reactive metal, so sufficient amount of heat energy must be needed, okay. So when we heat strongly, only then this reaction will be taking place. So copper plus O2 is oxygen and it gives copper oxide. Now how it is copper oxide we will see. So first what we need to do, children, we need to write the elements. So in copper oxide, copper and oxygen are the two elements, okay. So copper valency is 2 and O, that is oxygen. So its valency is also 2. So the formula of copper oxide is CuO. And now we will balance the equation. So what we need to do, children? We need to write the element and number of atom in the reactant side and number of atoms in the product side. Okay, so what are the elements present? It is Cu, that is copper, and then oxygen. You can see copper and oxygen both in the reactant side as well as in the product side, right? Okay. So now how many atoms are present? Copper atoms are present in the reactant side, children? It is only 1. So number of copper atoms in the reactant side is 1. And what about in the product side? Product side also it is 1. And oxygen atom. So how many oxygen atoms are present in the reactant side? It is 2, O2. So it is 2. And in the product side it is only 1. So whether the equation is balanced or not? No, because copper in the reactant side it is only 1, whereas product side also it is 1. Whereas oxygen if you take in the reactant side it is 2, in the product side it is only 1. So the equation is not balanced. So what we need to do, children? We have to multiply oxygen. In oxygen, that too in the product side we need to multiply by 2. So before that what you need to do, children? We need to draw the box. So we have to multiply 2, multiply by 2. So now this 2 is common for both copper as well as for oxygen. So now we will change. So how many copper do we have? 2. So 2 copper, and how many oxygen do we have in the product side? 2 oxygen. So 2. So now oxygen 2 in the reactant side as well as 2 in the product side. Now see, copper in the reactant side it is only 1, whereas in the product side it is 2. So now what we need to do, children? We need to multiply by 2, right? So in the reactant side here, right? So we need to multiply by 2. So now it becomes 2 in the reactant side. Now you just check it. So copper in the reactant side also it is 2, product side also it is 2, and oxygen reactant side also it is 2, product side also it is 2. So now the equation is balanced. So copper plus oxygen gives copper oxide, we have discussed, whereas copper oxide it does not dissolve in water. I hope you understood, children. To receive our online lessons, please press subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.